You're welcome back again to my channel. So I'm here in Lagos State. I visited a farm, very class integrated farm, and of course you can see this is a very large snail farm they have here. But you can see what is going on here. And this place was well covered, but you can see a lot of mortalities, a lot of challenges, and then you can see all these places you are seeing now was well covered, but you can see the net has all been removed. And that is because, according to the manager, you can see the manager is with me here, Pastor Clement. He's the manager of the farm, and of course you are going to hear from him. He will talk to you directly so that you will hear from him and know what the challenges are. First, all the nets, according to him, 2 nets have been fixed here. First one got spoiled. They have to replace the second one. Got spoiled again. Before they now decided to even cover half of the partition of all the farm and left the remaining one. So I'm actually making the video to take you. I'm going to take you around to show you some of the things. When we talk about snail farming, a lot of persons are being deceived. A lot of persons doesn't tell you the truth. They just paint it as if it's that easy. They just paint it, they just made you believe everything they are saying is the truth. But when you go practically to it, you will now find out that all these things they are saying, 50% of it are not actually fact and truth. Now, Pastor Clement, it's nice meeting you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So please, tell us, you have been managing this farm right from the onset.
Yeah.
So can you just tell the viewers few experience you had managing this farm, your experience, your challenges so far so good?
Yeah, thank you, Mr.
Austin from Gozy Farms.
Austin Farm. Yeah. Actually, when we started this farm, everything was going on smoothly.
Okay.
I would believe that it will just continue like that. So everything was full with vegetables. But by the time they supply us the snail, within 2-3 weeks, we started recording mortalities. I was trying then to correct it, and still the mortality is still increasing. We just discovered that maybe we don't even know what is really happening today, what causing the mortality. Maybe our topic, maybe it is soil, environment, maybe the location, maybe the temperature. We do the lots of things, but what we after that we discovered that the nets are getting tearing. What is really happening? We change this net up to 3 to 4 times now. Up to 4 times now. Different recommendation. You can use this. You can use 80. You can use black. You can use white. Later, my director said, okay, let's stop. Let's do the partition. Let's do 1/4 of the greenhouse. And let's see what will happen. Let's run what really happened. That's why we now conclude using that's 1/3 of the greenhouse.
Okay, thank you very much. So I'm going to take you around now. Please just come along with us. When we talk about the greenhouse, some persons will tell you that greenhouse is the best. Is this once you are in greenhouse, there is nothing again. You are in greenhouse, no problem again. Everything is done. You will not have any challenges. But I'll tell you that every farming system has its own challenges. Now look at the greenhouse, well constructed. Anybody that has spent a dime in setting up snail farm will know how much the owner of this place has spent to build this thing. Only this rod, I can tell you, I've set up greenhouses for people. I can tell you how much that this man has spent in this place. And if you have put in this kind of money in this place and look at the results so far, there's nobody that will be happy. So one thing is that don't believe all the lies they tell you about greenhouse. It has its own peculiarity, it has its own challenges. Now you can imagine the entire greenhouse built by someone, and the person that built this thing now might not be able now to come and tackle the challenges and rescue what is actually going on this farm. Now look at the environment of a greenhouse. How can snail thrive in this kind of environment? Just look at how can snail thrive from this particular environment. Now let's go over to the partitioning that they actually did.
Sorry.
So now this is I think I would say 1/4 of the entire greenhouse. So they just decided perhaps no need spending more funds covering it, and at the end of the day what is happening is still happening. So they decided to get 1/4 of it, let's face it, and correct the whatever wrong that has been done in the greenhouse before they can extend it. Now let's go. So this is the partitioning. Now if you come into this one, you are going to see good enough plantains have been planted, but we always tell you that it's not only about getting plantains in a greenhouse. You can see some of the cocoyam that have been planted here. But now look at the soil, look at the temperature. If you come to this side, you see the kind of soil that is living here. Most of them are red mud. These are mud. How can snails thrive in this kind of environment? It's not possible. If you even look at the down, you see that it's very stiff. It's very stiff. While this environment is supposed to be loose for the snail to have a very good and ease movement and penetration. But this is the environment, and somebody that says is into snail farming set up, and you can't even tell them, okay, this is what is actually wrong, or this is what is not wrongly done, and how to correct it. Most persons, I will always tell you, are just doing try and error. Hey, let's try this, whether it will work. Let's try this, whether it will work. Because they haven't had a first-hand experience in all these things. So that is why it's like that. But thank God we have come into the system, and by the grace of God, we try as much as possible to make sure that all these things are being corrected, so that by the time next nest will be introduced, will be stocked in here, then the mortality rate will definitely reduce very, very well. You can hear I said a snail that was brought to the greenhouse within 2-3 weeks, mortality started. It's not supposed to be like that. At least I supply snails. At least before someone will start even complaining of mortality, at least the snail need to get used to the environment, normalize, get used to it, and normalize with the environment before you now start talking about maybe the environment is not conducive for them, or is conducive enough for them to strive. But you can see how the place looks like. So just as I said, we are going to make sure that we correct all these things. First, we start from the soil. We make sure that we get the soiling first with our loamy soil. And once we can be able to get loamy soil here covered well, then we make sure that it's well tilled. And then we will now, although these ones will still remain, then from there we can now stock again. And from there, then I believe all those issues will reduce. Even I'm not saying that it will entirely go. No, it's normal for a snail to die. I'm not disputing that fact. But what we are talking about is high mortality rates. That you stock 200 pieces of snail, and within 1 month you are already losing 10, 15. That is very, very bad. But at least 2 months, 3 months, you find 2 dead snail. That one is normal. This is well understood, you know. So what I'm saying is that, because a lot of people will tell you that don't go into this one, just build greenhouse, and once you build greenhouse, everything is settled, you not have issue again. Now you can look at, just as I told you, this is mud. No matter how you plant vegetation here, plantain, cocoyam, and all those stuff, put this thing here, they can't actually thrive in this modern environment. This is mud. Them and mud are not, is not their habitat, so they are not compatible. Thank you. So it will be difficult for them to thrive here. Then another thing now we are looking at is the net. I have told them about the net. If you watch, this is the first net that was used, but because of the issue of replacement, and these are the things people don't tell you. You see, in this greenhouse, I will always tell people, if you construct greenhouse, make plan B, because with time the net will go, it will spoil. This is net, rain is beating on it, sun is hitting it. With time it will spoil. With time these vegetations will spoil. What I do when I consult for farms, I build greenhouse for farms. I told them earlier that I love the partitioning. If the crops here now are dying, you can evacuate to another place and then rejuvenate this place again. Make sure the soil is now well organized again, till again. Then those ones that are already dying off, replant, get your plantain dry leaf, cover again and put them back, then do the same thing. All this is, if you plant, once the season is fading, they will die off. That is normal. But people, they will not tell you all this thing. They will just tell you, plant this thing. When you plant this thing, that is all you have to do. Nothing again. It is not actually 100% truth. because with time, those crops you planted will start weeding off, and you need to do something. With time, the nets will start tearing. With time, those nets will start, you will need to do something. And a lot of persons are not being told all these things. So, I just pray that once we've been able to finish everything we need to do in this farm, all those issues will be taken care of. And with time, before they will even talk about mortality rates and all that, I think it will take a long time. So thank you, viewers, and I wish the farm all the very best, and I will also be in communication with the manager so that I will be sure that everything will be taken care of. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video.